That looks like hard work.
It is. For me, not for them.
Want to get electric bike, mate. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Well, today's video is all about the Engwe P275 Pro. You guys have seen my earlier videos and asked me a lot of questions about the automatic gearbox. How will it deal with hills? Because although it's a city stroke commuter bike, there's also lots of hills in cities and towns. We need to find out how that automatic gearbox deals with inclines. And the second part is just taking this Engwe out of its comfort zone. Let's take it out of the city into the forest and see how it deals with slightly off-road riding. The Bafang gears work on a centrifugal basis, so the faster the rear hub spins, the weights ping out and it changes gear. But the problem is, if you want to go up a hill and you want to sort of pedal fast, then it will automatically change gear. So today's experiment is, how do we manage to hold it into a desired gear for going up a certain hill? Now, I think the way we're going to do this is by pedaling slowly. So just as a quick reference, it locks in first gear up until about 8 miles an hour, and then it's second gear up to about 12 miles an hour, and then third gear. So if you want to go up a hill at 12 miles an hour, it'll automatically change gear, and this is the problem. So what I want to do today is just try and find a way of holding it in those gears, and I strongly suspect it's just down to pedal pressure and wheel speed. So I think if you're planning on going up a steep hill and you just want to start steaming into the pedals and get a speed up like a run up, that's not really going to happen. I think it's totally different on this bike. I think you've just got to take it easy. First gear below 8 miles an hour. Bit faster if you want second gear. Just really a case of trusting the bike. So here we go. 6.7 first gear. Now this hill's about 30 degree, and then when we get past the second set of logs, it gets quite steep, 35 degrees perhaps. But I will say, if you're on a traditional mountain bike and you had my level of fitness, you'd really struggle. But this P275 Pro is just doing everything for me. Now guys, if you're just looking at this and thinking, yeah, e-bikes, they're for wusses, not at all, because I've got dodgy knees and there's no way I could exert the pressure on my knees what's required to ride a conventional bike. But I still want to exercise, so this is a perfect exercise, morning, without really putting too much stress and strain on my knees. So first gear, going up the hill, absolutely no problem at all. I mean, I think this would take second gear quite comfortably, but it really depends if you want a bit of a workout, doesn't it? Second gear's just kicked in 8.6 miles an hour. Easy, and you can see there ahead of us, it's getting a little bit steeper. Now just around this corner on the right, there's quite a steep grassy bank, probably getting on for 40 degrees. I'm going to give it a try there. Now I think I might be in trouble, but we need to find its limits so we know how to sort of operate the gears. And here's that grassy hill I'm going to attempt to ride up. Will it change gear or will it hold in first gear? There's only one way to find out. Here we go. First gear. Keep it below 8 miles an hour. Easy, really easy. Sat down all the way, look. Morning.
Hi.
There's not many people out on a Sunday. And here we go, we're just levelling off, so I think I've got the hang of this now. It's the speed. So let's spin around and I'll just show you guys how steep this incline is. You can see the guy down there running. So I come all the way up here in first gear, sat down. Wonderful. So that's quite a drop. Just feathering the brakes now. Brakes are really good on this, by the way. But that's it, that's that gradient. We've just gone up, sat down pedalling. I think there is a knack to these automatic gears. You've just got to spend a little bit of time and work them out. Obviously on the roads you want it to go through the gears, but when you're doing these trails you need to have a lower gear, especially if you're going up a hill. But hey, it's not designed for that, is it? We just really are pushing this Engwe P275 Pro to the limits. That looks like hard work.
It is. For me, not for them.
Want to get an electric bike, mate. Puts things into perspective, this little bank now, doesn't it? Okay, first gear. And this is where the steep bits are. Second gear now, just past this log pile. That's where it starts getting steeper. So I'm in second gear, 10 miles an hour. And it's dealing with it really well. Now I'm on the steep part of the hill. I just want to see how easy this bike is to get going with a standing start using obviously the battery power. So I'm in boost mode. It's quite a gradient. Let's see how it deals with it. First gear, no problem at all. Look, just takes off like a champ. Let's try the wood tracks. That'd be an interesting one. So let's test this first gear out for manoeuvrability at low speed. Up the hump there. I'm just feathering the brake just to keep control. Ex-Trials rider, as you can see. Really easy. So there you have it, the Engwe P275 Pro. Soft off-roading out of its comfort zone. I think it's a great little bike. Okay, it's a commuter bike, but it can be adapted to go on those stony tracks and those forest trails, as long as the inclines aren't too steep, but that's quite understandable, isn't it? So what would I change on this P275 Pro if I had the choice? I'd put the brakes on the opposite side, as I said in my earlier video, but saying that, the brakes are really sharp, and I'd also have a facility to lock that first gear, just in case I was going up a steep incline and I wanted that security of it not changing gear. But that's an automatic gearbox for you, isn't it? But yeah, a massive thumbs up for this bike. I'm really enjoying it. Plus it's EU compliant, so you can ride it on the roads as well. So that's it, let's head onto the road and head for home. And I think you'll be impressed with how quiet this Engwe is. Although the tyre pressures are quite high on this, I could probably let a bit of pressure out just to soak up those bumps if I wanted to, but like I keep saying, it's not designed for this, but you guys know me, I like to push things beyond what they should do. Look at that, absolutely wonderful. Round the log. And back the way we came. Okay, super. The only thing what scares me about push bikes, well, and motorbikes, are these potholes everywhere. Do you have potholes where you live in the roads? They're absolutely lethal. Okay, we're just joining the road now. Let's give it some beans. We're absolutely flying. Here we go. .4 miles an hour. That's just about what it's set up to do. So I know there's lots of e-bikes with throttles, which of course you can get up to 30 miles an hour, but they're not EU compliant. .5 cheeky. Right, let's go down here, down into second gear. Perfect. And do you know what, guys, I can't feel any fatigue on my knees, but I can feel the old ticker pumping. Can't be a bad thing, can it? Guys, if this video's brought you any entertainment or value, why don't you like and subscribe, and we can test some tech together. Oh, my ticker's going. That was a good workout. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.